Hi, welcome back to Event Planning with Leslie. Today we're tidying up the loose ends on what to do once you have found a venue, how to select them, and how to settle down on the contract terms. You have already visited the facility, you've seen it all on paper, you've seen it on the internet, you've physically gone out there. While you have been visiting, you have probably done a taste test of the food, or if it's for reception, you may have even tasted cake. Once you have determined that this is the facility that you want to use, now you want to sit down and meet with them to discuss the terms and conditions of your particular contract. They can give you a sample or specimen contract for you to look at to see what some of the basic terms are, but remember, everything in there is negotiable. So although they may say that they don't offer a coat check, you may determine it's winter time, people are coming, I want a coat check, what will it cost to have a coat check? And then of course you need to negotiate with them for that. There are lots of things like parking to consider, making sure that you have enough seats for your guests. What happens if extra people show up that weren't invited, or you need 8 or 10 extra people to be seated or to be fed? What is the overhead count that way? Photographer, do they have an on-site photographer, or will you need to bring in your own photographer and videographer? Do they have someone that will actually clean up and give you back the pillars that maybe your flowers were resting on, the vases and things? Or is that totally on you to have separated and cleaned at the end of the evening? Who is keeping track of your cake server and the specific toasting glasses, things like that? And if you are having a corporate event, parking cars and valet and things like that are very important. So when you are negotiating with the terms of your contract, we will talk about contract terms in one of my later videos, but be sure to look for specific terms in there regarding cancellations and refunds and notice being given, and any additional late fees or late charges or extra expenses, extra fees for maybe setting up of a DJ, any type of electronic setup fees. Fees and things like that are very important because they take your overall cost up. These are not, these are the hidden costs, and these are things you need to be aware of. And if you have a DJ or a live band that's going to need special equipment, does the facility provide it, or is that on you to now then go and rent? So we can talk about this. You certainly inbox me and ask me questions at lesliecburns.com. I'll be more than happy to communicate with you regarding the needs for contracts regarding the venues. And what happens if in the very end there's a rain date or something happens and the facility is shut down because of a storm or whatever? How will that affect your event? So thanks for coming, and I'll talk to you soon.